And we're live.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome everybody to my new series called the Suppoman Show. And joining me today is Box Mining.
Wait, hold up. The Suppoman Show. Is that the name we went for?
I thought so, isn't it?
No, how can this be the Superman show? I'm not the only one with the most subscribers.
No, fair point, fair point. Okay, proper introduction starts now. Okay, so welcome to a new cryptocurrency show called Top Coins, starring me, Box Mining, and Crypto Daily. Now, this is a pilot show. It's a new episode where we are going to be talking about yours and our favorite subject, cryptocurrency.
That's right. So we're going to be discussing coins and various cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, top 100 coins, maybe even other coins, exciting ICOs, and even crypto YouTubers. And in each of these segments, you will hear our individual thoughts on each.
Exactly. So we want to bring you a show with different opinions. So me, Suppoman, and Crypto Daily, we all have our shows that you guys like to watch. So we're going to bring that all together. We're going to have our all different opinions. So and hopefully this will be fun, entertaining, but you'll learn something as well.
Yeah, so basically we've based this idea on Top Gear. So Top Gear was obviously 3 middle-aged men. We're 3 guys, although if Crypto Chick wants to join us, there's an open slot, I hope. Anyway, as far as characters go, I am Jeremy Clarkson because Jeremy Clarkson is the opinionated one, the honest one, and the one that people love and love to hate.
And I'm Richard Hammond, the one people generally love, hopefully.
And I'm James May, the more technical one.
Yes. Technical. So if you guys are liking the idea of this, then smash up the likes and leave in the comments what you think. If you think it works, if you think we flow well together, if you think this is needed. So smash in the comments and make sure you smash up the likes. Smash up the likes.
So first of all, before we get into it, what we're going to start off with. We're going to start with the news this week.
Sure.
Yeah, let's start off
Yeah,
with
sure,
the news then, yeah.
All right.
All right. So, what's trending? Jamie Dimon. He's been in the news again this week.
Oh man, that guy. He's hilarious, isn't he? He's in the news completely 180 on his view on Bitcoin. So if you guys remember, almost around 3 months ago, he was on the news, all just taking a dump on Bitcoin. This is a scam, it's a pyramid scheme. Now, I don't want any of my clients to touch it. I want to keep everything in my investment firm to non-cryptocurrency. So I don't know, what do you guys think of his complete reversal over here? Now he's like, yeah, I hate it, but it's going great, you know?
It's not a surprise to me. It's not a surprise to me. I think that the first time that he said what he did about calling Bitcoin a fraud was all a manipulation technique so that they could get Bitcoin a lot cheaper. And now that Bitcoin has survived so many FUD attacks and so many people trying to stop it or control it, I think now that he's suddenly realized it's legitimate, he's now saying, oh yeah, Bitcoin, so great.
It was so ironic. Yeah, go on.
I'd imagine that the JP Morgan Bank has got some announcement coming in the next few months or something, maybe Ethereum futures, something. And it's just ridiculous if the CEO says anyone that buys Bitcoin is an idiot. And he has to come back on his statement. It's crazy.
I mean, well, aren't JP Morgan doing something as far as Bitcoin futures is concerned? I mean, they're going to be opening that out to their customers, aren't they?
I think they are, yeah. And I imagine they're going to... I think everyone at the end of the last year saw how legitimate crypto was. It's here to stay. Like, you can have a China ban. You can have a huge bank CEO says it's terrible in the strongest language possible, and it's still like, okay, yeah, it went down, but then it bounced back. So like, it's not going anywhere. They are going to want to cash in any way possible. If they can't beat it, then they'll join it. The Mahatma Gandhi quote perfectly applies here. So
yeah. So,
wait, just to let you know, sorry, Crypto Daily. Just to let you know, my audience are saying Robot Daily.
Oh, really? Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
We have had technical difficulties. We've been trying to sort it out for the last 3/4 of an hour, but there are times when it's really good and sometimes when it's really robotic.
Maybe I won't talk so much. Sorry, guys.
No, you carry on talking. I like Robot Daily.
It was funny. It was funny. Like, Suppoman was going crazy for the past 45 minutes. We're like trying to fix it, and he was like, "Holy shit! I'm gonna die of waiting here." So, so typical Suppoman over here. So yeah, Crypto Daily. I think if you just I have no idea how to fix this audio issue, but we streamed fine
I think the audio will just correct itself every now and again. I don't think we can avoid it.
So if you speak and it's good to speak, we'll be like, go, just go into a whole monologue or something like that. Oh man, I have no idea. But anyways, guys, we're sorry about the mic issue. We've been trying to fix it up for a while, and then we decided it was like 95% chance that we can hear him. So really sorry to all Crypto Daily fans. And of course, I just want to thank everyone here for showing up. So it's streamed across all 3 of our channels. And of course, smash that like button if you guys like this idea. We want to do it more times if it's popular. And if it's not, then Suppoman can do a new mic.
So...
Oh, you're perfect to speak now. Okay, you go. Good, go.
Oh, okay.
Yes, good now. I tell you what, I think we've done Jamie Dimon. I want to bring something up to people. I don't think people know. In fact, I only learned about this today, which is that Tron have apparently plagiarized from Filecoin and IFPS. So the other day I was telling people on my channel about Daddy plagiarizing from Sonam's white paper, but it looks like Tron have done exactly the same thing. And there's a load of outburst about it. Now, I apologize to you if you're a Tron holder. The last thing I want to do is damage your position. But it does appear that it is true. There's a lot of evidence, if you have a look online, that they've copied quite a lot of they've copied quite a few segments of the white paper.
Well, if you're gonna copy, then you're gonna copy from the best, aren't you? I think that's what they try to do.
That is true.
Filecoin, it was successful as hell.
It was very successful. It was very successful.
Crazy.
I mean, one thing that really ticked me off was how they just copied the formulas one for one. I mean, I've been in school before, right? And there's plagiarism, right? When you just copy someone's homework and you slightly edit your text. But then there's just outright just one for one copying. You can if you basically hold the piece of paper and the 2 pieces of paper together and the 2 white papers together and just exactly overlap, that's going over it. So the formulas and stuff that were overlapping, that was just a little bit too much. It's very, very unfortunate that we have to see something like this in this cryptocurrency space. Of course, it's reported all over CNN now. I think even that's how deep it's got. So
yeah, but it's fun though. I'll say I think it's fun because I like having some drama happening in cryptocurrency. If it was all about numbers and figures and percentage gains, it'd be boring, wouldn't it?
Oh,
this at least brings it into the world of glamour, I think. But I don't know what your guys' opinions are on Tron, but I've told my guys I personally don't think Tron is that amazing. I think it's just an app database for founders. I know the guys created some amazing app with tons of users, but I think that this is probably one of the most overhyped coins currently at the moment.
He's really good at it was cheap. He was really good at hyping himself. I think that's one thing you have to give to Justin Sun over there. He's so good at selling himself. I mean, when he first contacted me about videos and stuff, he's like, I'm the protege of Jack Ma. All right, good. All right, really? Okay. So he's really good at hyping himself up, and it's very unfortunate he got caught, I guess. He almost got away with it. That was how I guess we're going to doing better and better due diligence here. But I think, to all the Tron holders out there, I think there's a lot of fans for Tron. I kind of dislike the name. I kind of dislike the angle. That's why I never really covered it on my channel. I just didn't think it was very honest. And now this whole thing came out. It's really hitting Tron really hard. So I don't know, guys. Do you guys think that's okay?
I don't know. I haven't really discussed it too much on my channel. But yeah, it's got a lot of bad publicity of late. Today, 27% down.
Yeah.
So, it's not doing well.
But we have one thing though. So I had a viewer coming from my channel, and he was saying basically, you know what? I don't care about copying. You know what? Tencent, they copied QQ was a copy of ICQ, and it does really well. You know, Chinese are pretty good at copying things. So, but as of course as an academic, I think it's just outright like just lazy. You know, at least just change the formulas up a little bit, tidy it up. Don't be lazy, because that reflects poorly on the future of what you're trying to do.
Well, I think Tron's a hyped up cryptocurrency anyway. It doesn't surprise me that they cut corners. And to be honest, I think most people will just gloss over it. But I'm not going to put them down anymore. But I did want to bring it up because it's hot news. It's hot news.
It's the hottest news. So should we move on to the next topic of Kodak? The Kodak moment for everyone here?
Yeah.
So the issue of Kodak is Kodak jumped immediately after they announced they're doing something with blockchain. So right now, blockchain is like the hottest thing right now in the whole cryptocurrency and in the investment world. So the moment they said, boom, we're going into blockchain, everyone was like,
yeah, it's not a surprise, is it? I mean, I think we're going to see so much more of this. You know, we're going to see Facebook going into it. We're already seeing Telegrams going into it. So guys, if you don't really know what the whole Kodak thing is, why are they using blockchain? Essentially, it's part of a blockchain-based initiative to help photographers control their image rights. So that is how the blockchain's being used. And essentially, I think what's really cool about it is that the price rose as a result of using blockchain. So obviously, there's some sentiment out there that blockchain is a huge advantage to business. So that can only be seen as a good thing.
Yeah. And to Bitcoin too, you know, the quote that Bitcoin is a cypherpunk freedom movement away from the tyranny of banks, dressed up as a get-rich-quick scheme. This is how you raise awareness. All these companies, I feel, are also gonna, if they want money, they'll move something to the blockchain just to get some PR. You know, and then more people learn about blockchain, more people learn about the face of blockchain currently, which is Bitcoin, and we get even more mass adoption. And you know, a lot of people don't like just discussing the price, but it is so important for getting people interested in having this financial freedom and in having the control over your own money, and not having fractional reserve lending with it and all this sort of stuff that comes with banks. This is the only way that it could reach mass worldwide adoption in my mind. This is the only way.
Daily, quick one. If you talk louder, does that make it any different? Just to give it a try.
I have no idea. I'm going to talk a bit louder now.
We tried multiple computer restarts. We tried running on Skype, guys. Unfortunately, I think we gotta just fire the guy who connected Crypto Daily to the internet, I think.
Oh, dear.
I won't talk too much. I'll just be a passenger. Oh yeah, great comment. I like that.
Okay, shall we move on then? Shall we move on to the ICO that we?
Yeah, let's do a general discussion about ICOs, what we're thinking, because right now ICOs are going like wildfire. Even I posted today, like, So what do you think about ICOs, Suppo?
I love them, and I think that, you know, I remember when in July, August last year, when there was just this wave of ICOs, and I was getting sick of them. But now I love it. I love that there are so many. I love to look through as many as I can. The only thing is that, and this is where I think a lot of people are going to get burnt, is that only the ones that have real perceived value are the ones that are going to soar. Now, it may sound obvious, but it's like, you look at them and they sound great on paper. They're using buzzwords like, I don't know, banking for the unbanked and all that kind of thing. But unless they get talked about, unless they are current, like celebrities, then, you know, then it's going to enter the market. It's probably going to have a bit of a jump anyway because it's got a community. But I don't think that you're going to be mega successful with ICOs unless you pick the hyped ones, which everybody's talking about.
Yeah,
I think that's a great comment.
Yeah, that is a great comment. And Crypto Daily, what is your view then? Like, I hope the mic is working.
No, I agree.
Okay. Yeah, my take on this is here. So in December, we had a kind of lack of interest in ICOs. I think a lot of ICOs, they start cutting down the max cap. This suddenly created a higher value proposition. So now they're suddenly worth more. So a lot of people who bought into these ICOs with lower caps, all of a sudden now they're just posting their 10x returns. We have so many coins listing. We had like the Vibe Hub listing. I think Crypto Daily, that's one of your favorite coins right there. I had a few projects listing as well. We have, I think, App Coins, something I was supporting. We had quite a lot just every day, and this news is coming out. Oh yeah, I 5x, I 10x. So now everyone's starting to get greedy. They're like, oh man, we gotta go ICOs again. So all of a sudden, we just saw today just a sudden increase in the value of Ethereum, of Neo. People are just wanting to buy that again so they can invest in the next hot ICO. I think there's such a crowd mentality there. So I actually kind of do agree with you, Superman, that the perceived perception is really important, the perceived value. And this is kind of something that makes me a little bit depressed. Like I was hoping that we'll get to see actual results, but ICO, the price moves so fast, right? In a day, you can have 2x, 10x, 100x. You don't want to wait for this project to really mature in 2 years, 3 years. People don't really care about 2 years down the line. So that's kind of having the mentality of like, all right, just have as much hype, have this best elevator pitch possible, and it's good to go.
Yeah, I think that it's easy. I tell you what, I think it's easy for people to jump on ICOs now because of FOMO with a previous ICO. So there's loads of ICOs there's loads of cryptocurrencies now coming on an exchange that were ICOs that have gone up hugely, and people are wishing they got on board that. So now, because they missed out, they're jumping on ones in the hope that the same thing will happen. So I'm hoping that people do the due diligence. Listen to my channel, not Ian Ballerina. No, I'm only joking. Anyway, and literally see what the sentiment is around an ICO. Because if there's general hype, that's a great thing. If I'm talking about an ICO and the hype doesn't follow it, then it means that it's probably not going to launch when it goes on the exchange.
And I think the hype builds when you've actually got a working platform and or partnerships. Then FOMO kicks in. That's perceived value right there. They've got a working platform. I need to get in now.
Yeah, and we definitely have some kind of advisor inflation right now. You see some advisors, John McAfee just posting, he's advising like 6 projects in the space of 3 days. Just declaring that. So we definitely have this inflation going on. So I strongly advise people, if they're looking at projects, advisors do matter, but the degree of involvement that the advisor has on this project really matters too. Are they really contributing? And of course, are they really part of that project too? Sometimes you have ICOs that just list people there for LOLs.
Do you think it matters? I mean, I was going to say, do you think it matters how active they are, or do you think it just matters that they are listed on the advisor page?
I'd say listed.
Because look at Vitalik Buterin. He's on Kyber, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't even know how active he is. Personally, I don't really care. What I like is that he's on that page and he's obviously connected. So I think that sometimes it's okay if you get behind a cryptocurrency if it's got John McAfee. I tell you what I don't like though, and I don't want to put any of my students under the bus, but I've had emails from my students saying, "Oh, I've just been approached to be an advisor on this ICO and that ICO," and I think to myself, you didn't even know what cryptocurrency was 7 months ago. How can you be an advisor? So I think that you've just got to be really tetchy when you look at advisory teams and teams in general. I think teams is probably the area I look at probably the most stringently now. Because if it's a crap team, I'm not interested.
It is true. And for me, like, I've been personally trying to do startups for a while, and I can tell you, a good advisor really matters in bringing the project into life. But like you said before, it's all about perceived value now. So hopefully eventually we'll move towards a time where we get rid of this kind of hype and people care about projects in the long term. We're currently not having that mentality yet, but eventually we'll probably it's definitely going to move towards it, because you got to deliver sometime. Like this year, a lot of projects should start delivering products, and we're going to have to validate if those products can be delivered and is fun. You know, we can hear all this hype about this and this partnership, but if at the end of the day Microsoft just wants to sell you their cloud services and their cloud products, you know, that's not a very valuable partnership. You know, you gotta.
No, very true, mate. Very true. So what ICOs are you liking right now? Obviously, people who are following me, they are liking Car Vertical. I like Car Vertical. A lot of people are saying Expire. I like Expire. I think that's good. But Vice, are any of you guys going to get into Vice?
Not really sure of Vice. There's so many ICOs being listed right now. I was talking to Ignite Ratings. They have a product for basically rating other ICOs. So it's kind of ironic. They're ICOing a product that's reviewing other ICOs. But, you know, at the end of the day, if you get good ratings coming out of that, I think that's going to be pretty interesting, especially if they have a due diligence matrix. So I'm personally looking into that one. And then, of course, I think I have a giant list somewhere. Like, someone sent me a list of 20 ICOs to look at. So it's going to be hilarious.
That it? 20? Bloody hell, I get way more than that. I tell you what I like about Vice. I don't know what you think, Crypto Daily, but I think that Vice has the potential to disrupt a multi-billion pornographic industry. but at the same time, and this is just where I would say for people to be careful, is that most adult content ICOs have taken people's money and run. So Eros is one of them. There's another one somebody told me about. I can't remember the name. But literally, they just took all the money and run. So people have been saying Vice is a scam, Vice is a scam. I personally think it's not a scam. But I would say to people to err on the side of caution. But what do you think, Crypto Daily, about porn ICO? Do you think it's a hot one?
I have no idea. I don't know if people are going to think that's a good concept. Or if it
you get paid for watching it, by the way.
Yeah, I understand. I don't know if people are really gonna feel that one, but no. So generally with ICOs, just because of the chance of the coin being cheaper on the exchange after the ICO is kind of high. Sometimes I'll just wait. Like I'm definitely very interested in like very low ranked coins. And but if I like the ICO, like I'll go in, but I generally don't invest, like very rarely in an ICO these days.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually, I'm the reverse actually. So I've been going, you know, full researching into ICOs these past few days. And I'm coming up with a lot of different ones. I think there was one called Current as well. They have a product that's coming out. There's music ones as well. So it just seems like a lot of the Silicon Valley projects, like good projects, are coming on and going ICO. So I'm very excited. So if you guys want to send me a list of ICOs to look at, this is the only time that I'm going to do like a voting thing for ICOs or something. And we're going to take a look.
Yeah. We're going to take over from Ian Ballerina. That guy has spent too much time at the top. Let's take that motherfucker out.
Oh, of course, Daddy ICO. I mean, who can't, you know, like that's already, I think, the most hyped up ICO for a while, I think.
Yeah.
I saw that
it's very hyped up. And I did a poll the other day, and I think that I think that if people could rewind time, they would not have invested in Daddy after the Sonam white paper plagiarism thing. It's just reckless. When you're asking for millions and millions of dollars from people, you shouldn't be cutting corners on your literature. That's my own personal.
That's true. I mean, what do they need, right? They need a website and a white paper. The two things you need. And if you can't even do one of them properly, that does reflect quite poorly on the team. So, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I tell you what. The best, most scammiest ICO I have seen so far is without a doubt BitConnect. BitConnect!
What?
Woo!
What?
BitConnect X, $50 a coin or token, whatever. That's ridiculous. I've never seen anything more obscene in my life.
At the current total circulating supply, that they will be not total circulating. The circulating supply at $50 per coin would make it a top 50 coin.
Yeah, they'd put it ahead of BitConnect, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Where is BitConnect? No, I think BitConnect's number 25. So I put it ahead of projects like Basic Attention Token. I think just behind Komodo, ahead of Golem, if I've done my math right.
Yeah, and with
Or another
nothing.
value transfer coin and an exchange.
Yeah, and it's literally being created by the scammiest company in cryptocurrency. I mean,
Oh.
this is my personal opinion. This is my personal, like, this isn't, this isn't me, going on record and officially saying anything. All I'm saying is that there have been a lot of complaints about BitConnect. So the UK want to shut them down. Texas wants to shut them down. A lot of people think that the money's going to run out. So how do they keep the money in? They get a load of people buying a token for $50 a token. It gives them all the cash flow to be able to pay all the people lending, and then keeps them afloat. That's what I think. I think it's just
advisors on their boards. We tell them no, make hundreds of millions of coins, maybe make 1 billion coins, because cheap coins right now they do well. $50 a coin is
stupid. Stupid.
And I don't know what their cap for the ICO is. I bet if there is one, it's going to be very high.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the testing phase of cryptocurrency. It just shows how young we are in this space. I mean, I think there's a lot of people who do support BitConnect. It's the most unfortunate thing. I mean, I'm glad us three were not big fans of that project because, of course, like they use confusion to get to people to think that you can get consistent amounts of money back for lending, right? I think that's
not them. It's not them though. It's not them. I'll tell you who it is. It's the people we're going to probably speak about in the next section.
Oh no. Oh no, that's gonna be the worst. That's gonna be a fun section. That's gonna be a fun section. So there's literally no info on what they're trying to do, but I think that's how they survive, right? The project survive. The less information they give, the less you can criticize. I mean, you can't criticize them of plagiarizing if they don't publish a white paper, right?
Exactly.
Smart thinking there. So guys, I guess people just like this. Like they like the gamble. They like the fun in here. So can't stop them.
No. Anyway, so any of you guys, have you got any other ICOs that are worth talking about?
I think the last one I was thinking about, like people were talking about just now in chat, was Trinity. Trinity scaling for Neo network. I think that's trying to solve a lot of issues. I've been trying to look into that as well. A lot of Chinese ones. People are talking about the key. I don't like the website. I was just discussing someone.
I got the key. You don't like the key website?
I don't like. It looks so bad. Like the website. Yet again, this is a situation where I have a prejudice against bad websites. Like I said before, you have to build. If you have two things to build: a website and a white paper. If your website looks pretty bad. And websites are pretty easy, right? You just have those flashy animations all over the place, and then you just maybe align your text properly. Don't have just don't have any general alignment issues. Then you're good. But yeah, the Keys website doesn't look good, but it's getting a lot of hype recently. So yet again, I did use that prejudice against Walton Chain. So I talked about Walton Chain before, and I said this is probably not that good of a project. But I visited them, and they turned out to be quite good. So I don't know what to think here. Should we trust the key based on their website, based on their key personnel, or should we judge them based on their capability to make a good website? Because as any tech company has to do, you got to make a good website. You're a tech company, for crying out loud.
Yeah, true. I think what stands in the way of the key is that it's a bit like Big Brother, isn't it? You're basically putting all your biometrics, identification data on there, and it's a bit like, are they like trying? Is there like a hidden agenda with a company like this getting everybody's like personal verification data? So that was the feeling that I got. I personally like it. I think it's all right, and I like that they've got a woman. They've got a woman CEO. That's what I always like in a company, except in the hash.
You definitely like that, right?
I like that was awesome. So I like it. And she's a top entrepreneur in China. So I think it's good. I think it's promising.
It's interesting.
Well, I got a question. Have any of you looked into Gems ICO?
Not heard of it.
Like literal gems or gems ICO?
It's
like gems generally.
I don't really. Yeah, me too.
You like gems?
I like gems generally, but not
I
sure
like
about the
I like
ICO.
gems.
But you know,
But,
buckets of treasure. I like that. I like that.
And there's loads of people saying gems. Talk about gems, gems. I just wanted to see if you guys knew about it. It's like something. It's like you have to do mini tasks or something like that, and get paid for it. I'm not quite sure. But in the ICO, to be whitelisted, you had to actually do a task. So you had to create a video on YouTube or something, and then tell them that you've created it and all that, talking about their ICO, and that was the way to be whitelisted. I thought that was a bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't really like being controlled like that. I want to have my own terms when I get involved in an ICO. You have to put this amount, and then that's it. Fine, good. I don't want to have to put a YouTube bit.
Get a bag, money here, right?
Yes,
Money here. Go, guys,
I think
go.
Should we move on to cryptocurrency YouTubers, peeps?
You know what? I think there was one about that was really asked. I'm not sure if you guys want to discuss this as about the CPU hacks recently. I'm not sure. What was that originally on the list or no?
I think it was one of the discussion points, but I'm not really into it.
All right. Let's talk about crypto YouTubers. Let's do that.
Are you sure? I'm quite happy to put my hand out there and say who I like and dislike. But everybody knows who I like and dislike. So what about you guys? Who are your guys' favorites and maybe not so favorites?
You know what? I'm gonna talk about Jimmy Song. Jimmy Song is probably he's starting out. He's been writing articles for the longest time, and he's starting this kind of off chain with Jimmy Song, and he's doing a really great job talking and informing the cryptocurrency community. He's a great speaker as well. So I think that's my favorite. I guess we got Ivan and Tech right behind him as well, but. Jimmy's been, he's old school and he's been, putting things out for the core team. So,
in all honesty, mate, I'd never heard of him before I saw him on your channel. So thanks for bringing him out into the open.
As for myself, they call me Dan is my favorite YouTuber, and as far as like ones I dislike, like I don't know if you guys find this, but when you spend all day researching, filming, editing, uploading, or maybe not editing, but like kind of like the last thing you want to do is like do some more work after that. I want to switch my brain off, I want to play a video game or do something, completely forget crypto exists. So it's hard. I know there's a lot of guys that put a lot of effort in, and I'm glad that we're all raising awareness in our own ways. Maybe one of us is getting to a community that another wouldn't. I guess I'd like to see more variety, a little bit more, people doing, innovating. I don't know. It'll come in time, but
I like innovation. What I like about your videos, Crypto Daily, is that they're so different. Like me, crypto, box mining, data dash. We all have our little things in the corner of the screen and have the market cap and all that going on behind us. But you like put real proper effort in. Yeah. But isn't there somebody else doing that as well? Doing the same as you? Hey,
they say imitation is the highest form of flattery. So
yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. We won't mention his name.
I actually really respect that you have two cameras. That's something I really wanted to do, but then I couldn't. So
hey, go for it, man. Go for it. Do it. It's cool. I think it's cool. Just do it.
Yeah, I mean, and in terms of people I dislike, I'm not sure if you guys heard of this guy, but he's a really loud guy on YouTube. I think his name is this Suppoman.
How did I know that was coming?
He's just so loud all the time. Every time I listen to him, I'm like, oh my god, I got a headache.
Unbelievable. If there's one comment that annoys me the most in my comments, right, is when people say, "Why are you yelling at me?" And I just think to myself, "Why are you watching me?" It's like don't bother if you don't like, a person that's passionate. Just fuck off. That's what I basically say to them. But anyway, so I like I like you guys, obviously. Even though you don't like me, fine. Whatever. I'll take it on the chin. But anyway, no. But I tell you what I don't like. BitConnect shillers. Don't like them. I don't respect them. And I certainly don't like the fact that you know, that people do kind of, you know, see them as like know-it-alls in cryptocurrency when they are no fuck-alls in cryptocurrency. Like, if you ask them a question about any other top 100 coin, they haven't got a clue. But BitConnect, they know so much about it because they're trying to get people's referral links. And of course, people think that by signing up to BitConnect, they are going to be rich like Trevon James, rich like Crypto Nick, and they're not, because they need to have the same community that these guys do and get the referrals. But I've never tried that referrals thing. I don't know if it'd work. I wouldn't feel happy about people putting a $10,000 loan on BitConnect and I was their sponsor. I'd feel like if it all went down, they'd probably look to kill me. So I think that one day maybe, you know, Crypto Nick, Ryan Hildreth, and Trevon James will be in hiding. So I look forward to that day.
That'll be interesting. I mean, it is a big shame, but I guess this is the Wild West. People should realize this is the Wild West of current cryptocurrency. You know, that's why I do try to encourage people to watch more. Definitely watch more shows, get a feel of what's going on, learn more in this space. You know, I'm like apparently the technical one, so I'll be the boring one and say, yeah, just do your freaking research. You know, that's probably the most important thing so far.
My 12-month hodl experiment, I took a bunch of top coins and I also put in $1,000 into all of them, but BitConnect as well. So far, the results are absolutely awful, but I'll be posting it every month. It's looking atrocious. The gains are you know, daily reinvests.
Oh, what you mean BitConnect?
Yeah,
the BitConnect game.
Yeah. I got an account, put $1,000 in.
$1,000.
I did the same. I did the same. I put 1,000 in.
Yeah. You know, that 0.25% interest. You know, I wanted that sweet number. So, yeah. Look forward to that posting. Next week.
That is funny, man. That is funny.
Man, we got a comment here from Doc Gunslinger. I just subscribed to Superman. It reminds me of my drill instructor.
Yeah! Left, right, left, right, left, right.
Buy this.
Says.
Listen to it. But you know, it's different. It's different. So, yeah, it's a crazy world, and I like how different people are coming in. So, it's just shout outs to I think Crypto Lark as well. He's pretty cool.
Crypto Lark.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Especially these few months, it's been a lot more people, a lot more attention, and a lot more cool stuff happening. So
yeah, I mean, as much as I slag them off, I do watch Trevon James's videos. I do watch Craig Grant's videos when he gets his like Rolex. He's got one of his latest videos. I think it was an ad, right? And he had like this Rolex in a box, right? And he just like put it on the table, and then he unveiled it. And I thought, yeah, well, that's quite interesting. But what I don't like is the people like Ryan Hildreth who are like filming, vlogging themselves with like a Lambo behind them. I mean, that's just so super shilly and cringy. Ugh,
Anyways.
Oh, I got a question, guys. I got a question.
Shoot.
Cars, right? So with your crypto millions, what car are you aspiring to?
So this is the real crypto Top Gear, right? This is where we
This is where it comes Top Gear, yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm looking for it. All I know is there's just you can see my car knowledge. It's a Mercedes and it's black and yellow. We're trying to find a name for it.
Yeah, but is it a saloon? Is it a 4x4 or SUV?
Yes, I think it's two-door. It's got four wheels.
Good start.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what Top Gear showed me on was the Hilux. You know, they're talking about this vehicle that can survive in the war times. You know, the shittiest vehicle, but it's got the cheapest parts. You know, you can find parts for the Hilux anywhere, and it beats any other car because it's used in freaking like the worst places on the world, like just downright dirt trodden roads. It just works. So you don't need a fancy car to go different places. I think that's one thing Top Gear really sold me on. I'm definitely interested in looking to get a Toyota Hilux, and you know,
Are you gonna get like a Prius or something?
nah.
Are you gonna get something so anti-cryptocurrency as you can get?
It has to be a Lambo or Tesla S.
Gotta be a Lambo or Tesla. When Lambo? When Tesla? Come on.
A Tesla Speedster or whatever that one is.
Oh yeah, the Tesla Roadster. Yeah,
Roadster.
I'm gonna get one of those. Yeah. I'm going to be getting that with my Vice tokens, I think, with when I cash out my Vice tokens.
Through all the watching and the gains that you made.
Just before to make sure you wipe down before you sit down anywhere, Crypto Daily. If you ever sit down in that, just bring some tissues.
Hey, we're both in England. It's not possibilities.
I got a question, guys. Tesla or F-Type Jaguar? Which do you reckon?
Ooh. I would go Tesla.
You go Tesla?
Yeah, because that thing's stealthy, man. Have you ever heard Teslas? You don't hear them at all.
Yeah, no, I do love them.
Definitely.
What about you, Crypto Daily? What do you reckon?
That's a nice Jag. I like that. And if it's loud, then hey, that's.
It's gruffy, mate. It's a V8, and it's got one of those flat bottom steering wheels, like you like an F1 car. I think I really want one of those.
Yeah,
it's so peachy. But the Tesla and the Jaguar, they're so different. The Tesla is really fast but quiet, but it's safe and disruptive. Yeah. A bit like cryptocurrency.
How can you say no to auto drive? Yeah, how can you say no to auto drive? I mean, Tesla's probably the only company I trust with like self-driving cars at this point. You know, like they have so much experience. I mean, Google has one. I think someone else is trying to make one, but at the same time, you know, Tesla's already been doing it, so that's a no-brainer for me. That's no-brainer for me. No, I like it. I don't know if any of you guys have watched on YouTube, but they've actually got this video that shows Teslas on autopilot avoiding accidents before they happen. Yeah. Right. So the Tesla makes this beeping sound that it's like braking or about to steer to the right. And just before an accident actually occurs. That is smart. That is so cool.
It's crazy smart. It can decide whether in a scenario you live or die. It'll make a choice if the accident's going to cause more damage to other people or just you. Like it will choose to kill you or save you. Like
oh shit. That's like the great conundrum, right? That's scary. We're entering very scary times here. You know, we have self-driving cars and the blockchain coming through, trustless transactions. I mean, we are definitely at the cusp of change, and I think, you know, technology is awesome. So there we go.
It is, mate. You wait until we see more cars on the blockchain. That'll be interesting.
So should we talk about our favorite coins, or do you think that's going to open up too much controversy here? So, favorite coins, everyone. Let's do this.
Chill. Let's Netflix and chill.
See, that's the thing. Like, we can have a fun YouTube channel and we can talk about personal things, and then but then some people might not like that because they say we're like abusing power. And, this is a conundrum. So, but I like the idea of being informal in this scenario. You know, it's a bit different to anything we usually do anyway. So
yeah.
We had a huge discussion before this. So we wanted to start off the pilot show, and we definitely want to talk about subjects. But then every time we talk about a coin, it's gonna be like, oh, this guy's shilling X. So eventually, if you don't talk about any coins, you're gonna just not talk about anything at all. So I think that's the kind of decision in the end. So we're gonna say, let's just talk about whatever we feel comfortable talking about, and just take some things from the audience as well. So be my guest.
Yeah, fuck it. Okay, so my favorite coin is Ethos, which is no surprise, really.
No surprise to anyone here.
And the reason why is because if my brothers or sisters or my father, my mother's passed away, so she can't, but if they ever said to me, how do I get involved in cryptocurrency and how do I cash out? The only option is Coinbase, and it sucks. And Ethos is going to hammer Coinbase. But in terms of like 2018, the real hot coin, and I don't even own any, is Wanchain. I really want
They're doing some crazy announcements soon. I think there's so much hype on that. I did a live this morning, and I was just like, everyone's like, Wanchain. And who was the one that says it's one letter K away from Wanchain?
Oh man, that's so funny. That's all I want to say when I say Wanchain. All I want to do is just say Wankchain. That's all I want to say. It's just so tempting, but I don't say it. I love it.
I can't say one chain.
Actually,
It's, I can't say it with a straight face, guys. But you know,
What's your box miner? What's your favorite? Is it VeChain?
yeah, VeChain's really impressed me a lot recently. They made some really good partnerships. So we did that show together. We're talking about VeChain. I mean, it 4x since the time we talked about it. I think it's got this partnership to rule them all. So that was what I was saying on the cryptocurrency channel. Like, it's got DMVGL, which is assurance, and it's bringing basically 8,000 of their clients on board to use blockchain. So, you know, we know the advantages of blockchain, which you can track items, and they're going to try to do that and make sure that, of course, their clients use it. If that happens, man, this is going to just go not just to the moon, but like to Pluto and beyond. So I'm super hyped up about that. You know, I'm the most consistent one. I think I just pick a coin, buy everything, and just leave it there. That's
nice
my,
one. Nice one.
That's my strategy.
What about you, Crypto Daily? I've got a question for you, Crypto Daily, actually. What do you think of Footy Cash? Because Footy Cash are like competitors to your number one love. Your number one love, No Limit Coin.
Yeah, so I actually did a comparison a long time ago. I've not looked at it since. At the time, it was nowhere near in the same league, and then No Limit Coin has come out with multiple working platforms, Visa integration, all this stuff, and there's more coming as well, which you know, it'll be announced soon, I guess. I have no idea what they've done, but the one thing that did it for me was that they didn't have licenses in the whole of America at the time, and No Limit Coin was licensed in like more than half the states, probably almost all of them except a few. And America is huge. America's the one that's like driving a lot of crypto, you know, as well as South Korea, China. But America's huge. If you don't have licenses there, that was not in the same league at all. If they've changed since then, I don't know. But yeah, that's how it was.
Do you know that Footy Cash offer masternodes?
No, I didn't.
What do you think of masternodes, by the way?
I've never actually had a coin that was a masternode coin. I've had staking coins. I guess it's kind of like the same. What is it, like better staking if you've got a masternode?
Yeah, basically it's like a super staking coin. So you hold it in a special wallet. You've got to have a minimum of coins. Like Dash is 1,000, PivX is 5,000, Stratus is 250,000, and basically you get a humongous percentage of the transactions.
I'd like
so it's just better than staking. But to get involved at masternode level with some of the top ones would cost you a hell of a lot of money. Like for Dash now, it costs you over $1 million.
That's crazy. I mean, I know personally a few Dash masternode owners. So masternodes is a little bit like staking, but of course the one thing that some masternode programs like VeChain they're trying to do is they have a lock-in period now. So you must lock in that amount of VeChain or whatnot to actually activate it for a month. So you have to wait, lock it there, then it activates. So now it commits you to running that masternode, to be protecting the network or doing something for the network. So you definitely have to do something for the network. I think masternodes is a little bit, you got to really research this properly because a lot of people think it's a way of printing money. I think you got to really love a coin first and then look at the masternodes. Masternodes shouldn't be the deciding factor for using the coin or not. It just makes things better, but it's definitely not the reason to get it because at the end of the day, if you keep printing out money, but the money has no purpose, then it's absolutely pointless. So it just balances that way. So I definitely have 2 masternode coins that I do like. So actually 3. So we started off with VeChain, so they're going masternode route. Walton coin as well, masternodes, and of course Dash. I mean, I've been involved in there for a while, and that was probably the first one that brought masternodes to popularity. Really.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. It's my one big regret actually. I could have got a Dash masternode at 10 grand. Kill me. Kill me.
Well, we all have those regrets, but there's always new trains. I think this is something that I've learned recently.
Always new trains. Yes.
Always new trains, guys, and always
Ethos was my new train. Thank you, Ethos. Oh, I love you.
I got a coin for you guys.
I got one more question.
Wait. We got Crypto Daily has another coin for us, guys.
Oh, go on.
This might be a controversial decision, but you guys heard of a coin called Ethereum? Doing very well lately.
Nah, never heard of it.
No. What's that? What's that?
So let me tell you.
Tell me
guys.
more. Tell
So
me more. Tell me more. What's this?
Bitcoin's
What's
going
this?
down, and Ethereum's going up.
I know.
Like,
I know.
you need
Awesome.
to know more at this stage. It's a pretty big deal, right?
Yeah.
Like major. Like, what is it? It is over half the market cap now of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. Like, yeah, I mentioned this recently, but the flippening wasn't that big of an actual possibility when it kept falling when Bitcoin does, and now we're seeing this role reversal, and suddenly it's a far more realistic a possibility.
I mean, it flipped with the Ripple, right? So Ripple was above Ethereum, and now Ethereum is going into its own phase. We see that in cryptocurrency markets all the time. Right? Everything just goes into, oh my god, Ethereum. Oh my god, the sexiest
and
thing.
The market's going to go, OMG, Bitcoin. Like, that's definitely going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Like, probably very soon, I reckon.
Yeah.
But
it is true. And
I fucking hope not. I love Bitcoin, I have to admit. As much as I like Ethereum, it's not Bitcoin, is it? So
that's true. That's very true.
got the most hash power protecting it. If any government wants to attack a cryptocurrency, well, they gotta attack. They're probably gonna choose one. See, this is the coolest thing. This is the coolest thing I've ever heard about an argument for Bitcoin. So, because proof of work is one of the safest and most proven consensus algorithms out there, and of course, governments might choose to attack a cryptocurrency. All they have to do is have more hash power than everyone else. Then they can start rearranging transactions, and it just blows everything up. So you just have to be faster than the last guy. So the idea that Bitcoin has the most hash power in the world, the most amount of money mining, that also gives it additional protection. Any other coin that has less than that, that means if someone comes out with an ASIC that can do more, they can completely destroy that network and blow up the coin just for fun. And I'm sure some governments are interested in doing that.
So many people don't understand that. They keep saying proof of work is outdated, it's costly, it's wasteful, when Ethereum will be one day fully proof of stake. They don't understand that there is a value proposition in being wasteful as a secure store of value, but that's more advanced. So yeah, I agree fully. And we have this year, we could see, I don't know, Schnorr signatures, mass, some Lightning Network deployment. I don't know. It could have a very good year. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Bitcoin might go up. I mean, right now we're in this whole Ethereum drive, which is great because Ethereum definitely needs some love, much deserved love. But there we go.
All right. Here we are. All right, let's put our necks on the line. What are your predictions for Bitcoin by the end of 2018? Price prediction.
All right, so we have to do a disclaimer first. Not financial advice.
Okay, so
Top Signing does not give financial advice.
Ever. Ever.
So I've heard that, I'm not sure, we don't have an American with us, but Americans get tax returns in January, I've heard, or they get some bonuses from their work, especially Wall Street guys. They get their bonuses, the dividends pays, whatever, in January. So a lot of money could be flowing into cryptocurrency at that point. We've seen the market cap fluctuate around 700 billion. It's going to need to hit $1 trillion before we're going to start to see like Bitcoin really rise. Like we saw it go to 800 billion and Bitcoin didn't really do anything. It's been at 15K now for like a month. So I probably reckon it could see some serious price action in the next few months, like potentially 20K, 25K within a month or two. It really depends. But by the end of the year, who knows? The market cap, though, could easily be 1.5 trillion, I would say.
Oh, yeah. And I think it will. Yeah.
If Bitcoin can get some upgrades this year, like honestly, if it doesn't do anything all year, then I would still reckon maybe Bitcoin dominance is still going to be maybe less than 30%, maybe 25%. Like the lowest I've ever seen is like 32, but we could see it come lower if it doesn't do anything. But if it does, like a lot of people love Bitcoin. It's the first one they learned of. It's still the oldest blockchain, so technically the most secure, and it's not going away. I don't know, but 1.5 trillion market cap, I'd say by the end of the year, quite easily.
You know what? I'm going to pull a John McAfee here and says if Bitcoin doesn't go over $50,000, I'm gonna eat my own dick on this channel.
Yes.
Oh, marvelous! How much did you say?
50,000. I'm being conservative here.
Oh, that's too safe. Oh, I so wanted to see that.
So it has to hit over 50,000 on one exchange at one point during 2018.
Yeah.
Otherwise, eating of testicles.
Testicles too. Nice.
Some Game of Thrones action here.
Okay,
Oh,
Suppoman,
Super
what's your
good.
prediction, Suppo?
What's my prediction? 80k.
80?
80k, yeah. And that I think is being modest. But yeah, I think 80k by the end of the year. Come on, Bitcoin, man. Come on.
Yeah.
It's gonna do that. It's gonna do that. So, oh man, I'm scared now. I'm scared now. I gotta. But yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Smartest thing you can do.
Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Right, shall we bring this to a close? Because otherwise, this is just not gonna have anything to talk about next time.
Yeah, man. Let's bring this to a close. I really enjoyed this show. I would love to hear any feedback you guys have on any of the segments. You want additional segments? Shout them out below. Smash that like button if you guys want to see more of this. Different opinions. Of course, next time, Crypto Daily will definitely have his mic fixed.
I'll buy a new mic, guys. Apologies.
You need to fire your ISP. You definitely need to fire your ISP.
I do.
All right, there.
Yeah, and also, just before we finish, also what I would like to we've got things that we may add, take away. So let us know, what do you think of the title, Top Coins? So it's basically like Top Gear, obviously, but top coins, because that's what we chat about. Obviously, the Top Gear had the Stig, the price in the reasonably priced car. It had challenges as well, and challenges is something that we are keen to do. Stuff that we could do actually in stream, and stuff that we could, pick in one stream and like give the results next week. So let us know, because this could be interesting. By the way, guys, us three do talk on like a regular basis. So what I liked about this is like that this is like people being a fly on the wall in our conversations.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's the whole idea. I would love to see Suppoman eat something disgusting. I think that would be a new segment. Suppo eating something disgusting, because that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. That's like every time I watch your videos, I'm like, I want to see you eat something disgusting.
Yeah, but you said a live animal. But yeah, okay, think about it, guys. But nothing too disgusting. Something that won't make me sick if I have it.
Instantly, I'm not sure on your chat, but like, there's a bag of dicks coming out here. So
I bet there is. Yeah, I bet there is.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this show. We'll try to do this more often. So click subscribe button. Suppoman, Crypto Daily, Box Mining. Click that subscribe button. Check out all our channels. See you guys next week.
See you guys.